Well, good morning, everybody. Rene here in my living room at home today, and I'll tell you why I chose to do this Devo here in just a minute. Some of you know that before I became a pastor, in a previous career life, I was in broadcasting. And I know a lot of people who are still in the industry. And one of the things that concerns me is seeing how the industry is going toward anger as the product it is pushing all the time. And it's not just my imagination. Atlantic Magazine did a whole cover story called Anger in America, and they quote a media mogul saying, "We have monetized anger." Basically, they've injected outrage and anger into news shows, into talk shows, even into entertainment shows, because it is riveting, because it's a primal thing. We almost feel good when we get angry. We feel like we're accomplishing something. A Tufts University study of opinion media, in other words, news talk shows, information shows, found that 100% of the TV shows and 98.8% of the talk radio programs contained outrage. And the weird thing is, the point in these shows wasn't even to start a social movement or really to affect political change, even though the programming sometimes did have political overtones. The point is to keep viewers tuned in, which means keeping you angry all the time. This article quotes a campaign guru who teaches at Harvard University's Kennedy School. He told the writer, quote, "The essence of all political campaigns today is anger and fear, because that is how you win." What I'm telling you is that is not the way of Jesus. The Bible says it is foolish. I am telling you, don't let yourself be like a little fish kind of hooked in by this bait. Don't give in when you watch a political campaign or a TV show that tries to bait you in by keeping you angry and outraged all the time. Because here's what the Bible says. This week I found 37 verses in Proverbs about hot-tempered, angry people and how foolish they are like. Proverbs 14:17, "A quick-tempered man does foolish things." Or Proverbs 29:11, "Fools give full vent to their anger. The wise keep themselves under control." In the Bible, anger is always, not sometimes, always associated with foolishness and not wisdom. So don't give in to anger. Instead, what can you substitute for anger? Matthew chapter 5, where Jesus says, "You have heard that it was said, love your neighbor and hate your enemy. But I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." So the way to get past the angry voices in the media is to look to Jesus. And behind me you see a copy of a Rembrandt etching of Jesus Christ in his ministry. And I love this because his face just radiates love. To replace the angry media voices, look instead to the face of Jesus Christ and love your enemies. In the long run, that is how you're going to have an influence on the world around you. God bless you. You're going to have a great day.